So now we're gonna analyze what has happened with Meta stock financial report. And I'm gonna give you all the insights so you can analyze what is happening to Mark Zuckerberg Meta, what has happened with their initiatives of the Metaverse, what about the artificial intelligence and the implications of Llama, their open source alternative? Are really people using AI in Meta? So I hope you enjoyed today's video because I have all the numbers from the earnings call that they had comparing 2024 with 2023. Number one, revenue. They have reached $46.9 billion of revenue. And for all of you Meta stockholders, Facebook stockholders, well, there's a 17 year-over-year change. Well done, guys. Because it surpassed expectations. Why? AI-powered ad tools for higher engagement. That's the beauty. That's one of the main drivers, because a lot of people are saying, well, what happened with the Meta ads library, for example, and then how people started to implement this? Well, the good thing about all these technologies, as you can see and you can explore, for example, you go to United States and you just search any specific element, you can just identify, for example, where people ads and housing, let's say what is happening in Miami. All these things allowing right now millions of companies and businesses to use different types of technologies that are allowing them to understand how to optimize their ad spending. So this is one of the key things that Facebook has been implementing very, very well. So you can check it. And the good thing is that it's open for anyone just to explore and then see what is performing and what isn't. Because at the end, what's what you want? So one of the good things, you can go to the ads library tool. It can give you even more info. You can explore. And what I like about all these elements that Meta, Facebook, Instagram are doing is that it's just allowing people to test different types of ads. So what I'm seeing happening is that people are saying, okay, we have this, we divided in 10 different ones, and then we explore it simultaneously, and we explore new segments, sub-segments of the market, and with that, we diminish the cost per click. Specifically, that is being lower right now, so more people are using it. The customer acquisition cost business are having, and most important, the CPM. So these are the three main indicators that people that are using Meta ads are really seeing happening. And what I like about all these new technologies that Facebook is doing is that increased revenue. So just think about the $46 billion. And when you go as one of the stock performance is that when here, focus here, the ad tools adoption. Focus in this part, my dear friends. Why? Because 1 million businesses are using AI tools. And now the key question that everyone is asking, what about the ads that you're seeing? Well, there are 15 million ads per month being generated. And that has resulted in more conversions. Okay? So when you're searching for Meta AI, you will see how is the performance, what is happening, and of course, some businesses are really taking advantage of it. If you're a business that's not taking advantage of this possibility of integrating AI, well, that's pretty bad. If you want, I will recommend you to check this, the Meta AI course, but check the key number one, okay? So when you use this AI processes, it increases the performance. There's an average increase of 26%. People are buying more, but this is the most important. 5 times increase in reach when people are using the advanced custom audience, okay? You can just see how this is working. And this is the innovation, because at the end, part of what Mark Zuckerberg vision was, okay, how we can integrate into our main business. So it's not like many people that are just saying, yeah, but AI for the sake of AI. No, it's for the sake of integrating so more people, businesses can have more ads and therefore convert those ads and using the advanced customer engagement process that gives you the AI tools that Meta is being created. So those are the key things that we're seeing. And specifically, you can navigate and see what kind of, how are they performing, how are they being used, okay? And what I like is that they have this AI sandbox for advertisers, okay? So when you sign for the Meta Advantage suite, okay, for example, you can see here, you put the text, and then based on that text, it creates an image, and then you can change the elements within the image. Check this. So you go to the text, you change the elements of the background, and then you have the output change. So you can have auto cropping, you can have different background sets, and this is how they're being using. Also, how you can change elements within images. So a lot of people are seeing a lot of ads, but they're not noticing that they're AI. Some people are noticing that they are, but most people don't care. People are getting used because if the ad just serves them, well, people are gonna use them, okay? And that is one of the main drivers. Second, per share. Now the result is $6.75, and it's a 27% more. Why? Because you have a margin expansion from cost controls and operational efficiency. You heard that Meta was going to fire the bottom 5% of employees, okay? They call it the efficiency drive. And this efficiency drive, besides Mark looking cooler, it's I'm going to make the bottom performance of Meta used to leave the company, which is 3,500 employees. But that cost control plus efficiency drive is the driver of this indicator. What is other stock performance driver there? Well, now AI infrastructure. The plans are 60 billion in capex for data centers and L. And this one is very important because Meta has launched Llama. Llama is the way that Mark Zuckerberg is competing directly with ChatGPT by offering an open source alternative to ChatGPT, which is similar to DeepSeek in that sense. But I have tested, especially I like Llama 3.2. What I like is the way that they their model, so it's easier instead of the ChatGPT 01 mini and 04 and whatever. They complicate life. But what I like is that you can download Llama, okay, use it in your own devices. It has multi-model, it's multiple devices. It's an amazing technology. It's an amazing large language model. So remember, ChatGPT, it's a large language model. Llama, it's the one that is providing all the amazing technology that Facebook is using in the background. And the cool thing about what is happening in that process is that now people are starting to use Llama. So every time you see from Meta, you can either go two ways or use it in the products of Meta by itself, or if you want it, you can just simple download and install in your own hardware. And that's the beauty thing about open source. So I'm gonna give you an example. I upload an image of a place. Llama 3.2 analyzes the image, then it describes the image, and then based on that descriptions, it can create more elements. So for example, I identify the elements and then I can change elements within the image. And that's the beauty of those systems. And that's what I really like because it's so simple how you can do it. And this is with retrieval, augmentation, generation. And so that will be a total recommended element. And the third element, which is Mark Zuckerberg focus, is the Llama stack, which is how you create the agentic applications, meaning that the world, NVIDIA CEO said, we're moving into an agentic world. Actually, I just love to create my own agents. I have to confess to you, I use Meta, Llama, I use OpenAI, ChatGPT, I use DeepSeek, I like Gemini 2.0, especially the Flash version. And I combine them all because I'm creating a swarm of AI agents that help me in different stages of what I do. Well, the focus of Mark Zuckerberg by offering Llama to everyone, it's the way to respond. Okay, so that's what I like. That's why Llama, it's a great contribution to the world. Very important. Of course, Meta, it's buying thousands of GPUs. What does he said? That he will have 1.3 million GPUs for AI by the end of 2025. That's crazy, no? Imagine, it's like between 60 to 80 billion in capex investment in the year. So it's like, does he just want to buy like all H100 from Nvidia and H800? Actually, for this year, I would love to have my own H100, man. This is my dream GPU. But if you check here, the acquisitions report, you're seeing, I'm gonna compare, just check, what happened in 2023. Meta was the number one with more than 150,000, okay? Use H100, which was the most powerful GPU in that time. Of course, now you have the H800, and they're just buying like crazy. So yeah, Meta is gonna be one of the biggest contributors to Nvidia. So when you're talking about, okay, what is happening? Check this. I think they're gonna reach 500,000 H1. And then you're saying, wow, but the H100, tell me more about Francisco. So you go here, you go to Nvidia, okay? This is the beauty. Normally this price is like $33,000, but because it's like Nvidia has a limit in the terms of how many they can produce. Well, a lot of people, so you have to go through their reseller, and they increase up to $50,000 or even $60,000 per GPU, which is crazy now, isn't it? And of course, it's one of the highest performers GPUs in the market, specifically designed for large language model. So that's the driver. Let's see what other elements we're seeing. Daily active users, 3.29 billion active users for Meta, which is incredible. Okay, big user of WhatsApp, very bad user of the rest of Facebook applications. Like, yeah, I don't know why people use Facebook, literally. That's like, I was showing someone that I had pictures from Facebook from 2004. Crazy, no? In that time, I published a lot. And check this, the advertising revenue increased 18% to 45.6 billion and is 98% of the total revenue. Okay, because they increase the ad prices, and actually the ads manager in Meta is really horrible. Yeah, but I like the operating margin. It's 42.7%. It's been showing good results. It's been showing. Let's go to another drivers. Well, the famous TikTok ban fallout. They said that Meta was offering creators. I saw that on Twitter from TikTok. Like $40,000 just to move. Yes, look, this was published. $50,000 was offering per month Meta to bring people from TikTok. Man, Mark is willing to spend a lot of money just to bring creators. I really dislike Instagram. I have to recognize TikTok is much better app for videos. Of course, YouTube is the best, and you're here, and thank you very much for being here with me, guys. I appreciate you. But yeah, that's the driver. And so at the end, what is going to happen is that Trump is going to sell TikTok. And the deal so far is that 0.5% or 50% of TikTok is going to be US government, and 50% whoever bought it. Probably will be Larry Ellison from Oracle, but I will love Mr. Beast instead of the others to buy it. Yeah. Dividend initiation, very good. Well done, Meta. Finally. I think this is one of the best things that happened to Meta. So they're gonna do a $0.5 per share dividend. So let's check the Meta stock right now, what is going on. Almost $675, surpassing all-time high, the best that has been the past 5 years. And when you check the max, of course, the most beautiful place was going to buy in 2022 before it was in 2021. So yeah, it's gonna keep growing, a market cap of $1.7 trillion. But what I like is that new dividend yield that they have approved. And finally, what are the risks and challenges? Of course, because not everything could be good. Number one, DeepSeek, which I already covered in a couple of videos, the cheaper training costs, and especially I will say that DeepSeek, it's more drink water, guys. Drink water. DeepSeek, which I already covered and watched those videos, is competing with Llama, the open source version. And it's like, dude, it's like the difference is tremendous, especially the R1, the reasoning. Even with Llama 3.3, it's like, who are you, dude? You're like a baby. It's like a player against a baseball player trying to just whoop, some balls. It's like that possible. Regulatory pressures, of course, the EU, because the EU is the only one that cares about data. The US, they don't, actually. You know what? That's the reason Trump was kind of angry. And they say reality lab losses 3.7. Man, it's because of Meta that I have these amazing glasses, and these have performed so well. So the Meta Ray-Ban glasses actually are one of the best things that Meta has, and they're gonna create more around this. The Project Orion is still far, but Meta Ray-Ban, it's the best piece of AI technology, period. There's nothing else. So losses, dude, they're investing, and they're building the Metaverse. Now they don't call it Metaverse because people now, they don't like the term Metaverse, but it's the Metaverse. That's it. Thank you very much, guys.